Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Starlight New Dawn Scar, Chapter 3, Episode 36, Efficacy. This is one of our Pokemon tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as at itch.io, so do take a look at it and let us know what you think. For now, we do also have Whiskers joining us to do art tonight, so you'll see that in a few minutes after the beginning art scroll. For now, though, let's go ahead and move to introductions, starting with Tal.
Hello, I am Taldirus, and I will be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I'll be playing the allies, I'll be playing the enemies, and I'll play everything in between. The only thing I won't be playing are my wonderful player characters. And for my wonderful player characters tonight, my question for you guys is, what do you and or your characters think of evolving? First up would be Dart.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Seda, and I play Dart the Steel Ground Rockruff. Out of character, I don't think Dart's anywhere near ready to evolve, and I think in character, the thought of evolution might scare him a little bit, because he's still trying to find, his footing and his ground as an individual. To go through a drastic change, even if it does mean an increase in ability, would be potentially a upsetting endeavor.
Well, I am Razim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type rockruff. As for that question, Jet's for it. He's not sure what he'll become yet, but, he's feeling pretty good with this book now. And off to Vector.
Hello, my name is Avian Wolf. Oh my gosh. Hello, my name is Avian Wolf, also known as Avi. I play as Vector and the water flying rockruff. And currently, his thoughts of evolving, I think he's very curious on how he's going to evolve. He is a little bit afraid of the concept of it since he hasn't seen the idea of evolving yet, but he's very curious, as he is already curious about this world, but he doesn't really feel he earned it at the moment. He's definitely wanting to essentially if it's going to be something like that, it's something that he is going to earn rather than just happen. Or that's what he's hoping for.
And I guess we can wrap back over to Amos. The question is, how do you feel about evolving?
In and or out of character?
Well, hi, I'm wearing a ball, and I play as Amos, the fire type growlithe, exploding puppy. And, yeah, Amos is not ready to evolve. He ain't ready for that yet. But he's seen what he can evolve into. He's seen Arcanines, and he likes that. He wants to be that someday. So he definitely wants to be big fluffy Arcanine, because why not be even bigger doggo? Bigger puppy. So we'll see what comes of that.
Amos will always be puppy, apparently.
All right, and any volunteers for recap? Alright, go for it, Amos.
Oh no, don't make me do that.
You've been recapping, Amos. Well, just consider it the late tax, but you're actually here, so we can't hit the Adorum with the late tax.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember everything that happened last episode without missing anything. I forget where we started, because I don't want to start too early. I don't want to start missing stuff.
Would you like one of us to take over?
Yeah, we got the notes.
Okay, if you have notes, you'll do a better job than me, so yeah. Because I don't remember.
I mean, do you want to take it,
All,
sweetheart?
all I know is, all I remember is that we got launched in the
sure,
trees.
sure. I was thinking that you would do it, but no, it's fine. Yeah. So last time on oh my god, Starlight New Dawn. So essentially, this was during when Jet was essentially just floating off towards Iron Valley alone at a wonderful, decently pace. Let's just say that Grim decided to give us a bit of a helping arm for this by literally throwing all of us over to the general direction where Amos was going to, aka also known to Iron Valley.
Wait, Amos was
Amos was
headed
also
to...
Where Jet was going to. Also,
Oh, yeah,
don't forget that
sorry.
he gave you like an old man lecture first.
Oh yeah. Also, that Amos was also a little hungover as well, but we managed to get Amos up, and essentially we all kind of gathered around, was talking about market day, and essentially, Grim gave Vector a water gun, emphasis on the gun part. And Vector realizes the new power of water and how the new awakening of learning new weapons. but after some talk with Grim, literally just went flying, and we were all able to land on trees, and so Dart getting stuck on a tree, and Argus wanted to pull Dart out of a tree, and then a tree started to fall, and yeah, a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
Some could say even terrible damage.
Terrible damage. And Vector and Vector and Argus was able to get Vector Dart out. I'm getting confused by all the puppy types now. And yeah, Vector definitely pulling out the med kit for this one, and Vector was not very happy about that, but now and pretty much that's it. I think all I know is that also Amos is still stuck in a tree.
He's just there.
Just watching.
He's busy having a hangover.
Yeah.
And apparently finding out that Grim is totally willing to fence for him, but you better not screw him over.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah, because I think it was Argus pulled Dart out of the tree started falling towards Argus, and then Vector and Dart started like rushing to push Argus out of the way, since Argus was immobile from using his boost ability. I forget what it was called.
Right, from his using the
He used Fufo.
Yeah.
And then Dart at the last moment put Vector out of the way and took the brunt, and thank God he has sturdy. Or sorry, thank Arceus he has sturdy.
I was so ready to take the dive.
Yeah, I feel like that was a level of anger I've not seen from Vector. I felt like Vector was about ready to launch Argus to the stratosphere.
I was so ready. Vector is so ready to yeet Argus into like to out of orbit velocity. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless I'm missing anything. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But yeah, other than that,
I think you were just mentioning that you and Vector are very cute. It's a necessary part of recap.
heck. That is all I have to say. Just heck. Big heck.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with this because there is no doubt in my mind at this point that, yeah, no, you guys ain't catching up to Jet. So, Jet, you were traveling back to Iron Valley.
Yes.
You were reading your book, you were studying your book. You found out a couple of different things and committed it to memory because they were rather interesting. It had some interesting implications for you in particular. At least with what you know and remember and have now figured out. To this end, I forget, did I already ask you for navigation checks? Or at least a navigation check?
I don't recall.
Alright, in that case, go ahead and give me a navigation check. You have it pretty easy. It's just, you know, this is more like, hey, are you getting, like, super distracted or not? In other words, target successes of 1. Any level of success. Ah,
I got 1.
you got 1, that's enough. Also, the Adorum is here. The question of the day is, what do you think about evolution, either in or out of character? In and or out of character. Ah, he is Le Mutant.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Sorry, my headset was not connected for some reason, so I had to connect that.
Ah, were you able to hear me?
I was not.
Ah. Well, now that you're here, the question of the day was, what do you think about evolution in and or out of character?
In character, Argus doesn't really have much of a concept for it. Out of character, I want to evolve. I really want to see Argus evolve from baby into baby with giant mech. Because that is the going plan. Also, hi. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Orif, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat tyrunt, who is a rock dragon type.
I'm pretty
You
sure.
just immediately launched right into that.
I am all sorts of messed up right now. Work was a trip.
Ah,
I'm pretty sure the mech idea was shot down, though.
It was not yet.
I
Just-
don't see
it's
how
gonna
you're
be a
going
long
to
time.
evolve into a mech.
Yeah, wrong
You could
franchise for
build.
this, Aurum.
Golden Glow evolves by just getting a chest with a lot of coins. Or not Golden Glow, what's it called? Gimme Ghoul. The first form of Gimme Ghoul evolves by getting a chest with more coins.
Hey, why do I just have the mental image of Argus going, when I grow up, I want to be a fire truck.
Also, Slowpoke evolves by literally having a clamperl, or not clamperl, a shelter clamping on its tail, and that's its evolution.
But
so I
neither
don't
of
think mine's too
them
far.
are mechs.
Also, isn't Gimmighoul's thing literally just two different forms of the same Pokemon and is not considered evolution?
No, Gimmighoul,
Technically?
regardless of form, evolves into Gold Dango when you get 1,000 gold Gimmighoul coins.
Which is basically just Gimmighoul inside a giant coin mech. So yeah.
Biologically, it's not in a mech at all.
It's a biological mech.
That's not... What are you talking about?
Trust me, Tal, just stop. Drop rocks on him and move on with your life.
Ouch.
I was gonna drop a tree on him, but Dart took that one. But yeah, Jet. So, you got your success. You are not going to get lost on your way back. And you are going to manage to make it back to town without any of your team catching up with you. And I'm just gonna say that because I do not see a world in which they catch up with you, so. Now, town, there is at least one notable thing about it that you're able to tell right away, which is somehow it's gotten even more populated. There are now the signs of people showing up on the outside and setting up tents on the outskirts of Iron Valley.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Anyways, he is gonna go ahead and go to the guild hall.
All right.
Unless there's a
Well, you already know
library
what
in the
that is.
town.
What'd you say?
Unless there's a library.
Well, there is, but I don't think any of you have been to it.
Okay, then he'll probably start at the guild hall and ask about it there.
All right. Well, the guild hall is slightly different than before in that it's actually looking almost as busy as the prior guild halls that you've been to. Because the one at Starlight was obviously very, very, active when you last saw it. And so was the one in Greenwood. This one, it was pretty chill, is the best way to put it. Like, there wasn't too much going on with it. That has changed. There is now far more people here. It's not absolutely, like, slammed, but actual activity.
Interesting. Well, seeing that, he's gonna start by going up to the, front desk.
All right. There is a bit of a line that you're cutting, and a couple of them grumble slightly until they see you actually have a badge, and then just kind of ignore you as they're waiting. Ron is at the front desk right now, and it looks like he is just kind of like nodding along to what the Pokemon talking to them is currently saying. Something about needing a specific request of this one type of ruin artifact that they really need in order for trading thing and willing to buy at a premium. And judging by the look on Ron's face, this is probably about the 15,000th time he's heard that. Because he is checked out.
So Jet's going to definitely go up and, Ron, I've got a little bit of a guild emergency. Can we talk privately?
Ron is going to blink, look down at Jet, look back at the person he was talking to, look down at Jet. Ahaha! Well, it seems that I have an important conversation as the local guild master that I must attend to. I will be right back. And he's going to lean down and whisper very poorly, I want you to talk really slowly when you tell me what it's about.
Jet nods. And, look, privately?
He's going to nod and just start walking away from the desk.
He will follow.
There is a slight clamoring behind you, but he is ignoring it with the steadfast of, I'm old, I do what I want.
Once we're away, Jet's gonna be just kind of, off in a private room or something, his office, whatever. I kind of saw that and thought you needed rescue.
Yeah. I was not considering this when I was considering all of the various things that would happen from being the official merchant stop before they move on to Starlight when Starlight's more ready for them for Market Day. It seems like they think that we have a massive pile of uncleared ruins around to get whatever specific kinds of relics they want, so that way they could trade the relics in Market Day.
Huh.
Which, I mean, okay, I guess we are in the place called The Ruins, as in, like, the entire area. But that doesn't mean everywhere inside of it is completely filled with ruins.
Well,
Starlight, tons of ruins. Here, only a couple.
Well, there are some ruins that we found, but it's just one, and it was really small. I actually have a drawing, and he's going to pull out his drawing of the mural. It was like an old church, and it had this mural on the wall. This part over here is newer than the rest of it. We weren't sure what to make of it, though.
Oh.
We did find...
Wait, you found this in a ruin?
It was an old ruined church. It wasn't an actual, like, dungeon ruin.
Lowercase ruin, got it.
Yes.
Okay. That makes... I was going to be very confused as to how this was inside of a ruin. But okay, this makes far more sense to me now. I guess it would be interesting to find an entire mural inside one, but... Oh, I should actually probably look at what this is, instead of just looking confused at a mural. Okay, one second here.
For the record, he got 8 successes on, drawing the mural.
All right. That's one.
I figured it was a good idea to write down how many successes I got with it when I put it in my inventory.
Yeah. When you make things like that, it is probably a good idea. All right, so he's gonna blink down at this for a little bit. Look up at you and blink down at it again. Well. You, wonder when that new part got added. That doesn't matter as much. Where did you say you... Wait. Okay, you guys were going on an expedition. And you were going in that direction.
So there's a town that popped up near near this church. It was about a half day's travel, right?
About. Well, it's like a day out, and then you have to go, but if you cut correctly, it cuts it into, like, you know, more of like a half day's travel. Basically, it's a lot easier if you, you know, cheat and fly, or phase.
Well, it's alongside the river over there. Small town. We did have another team that went over, that we kind of pulled over there. Vector came back and got some help for them. They're mostly rather, like, teenage Pokemon in there. We were helping them, get set up in a farm and such. They did have a, the church did have a, shard of one of the Guildmaster's, gems in it. The others decided to bring it back here. I guess my former team now.
Oh, did something happen?
Well, I found out a little more about this book here and was studying it, and they didn't like me doing so.
Well, that seems like a bit of an overreaction. What's the book about?
It's about laws of the abyss. Is the simplest way I can summarize it.
I'm sorry, what?
He's just gonna hold up the book.
Well, let's see if Ron can read this thing. I'm gonna give you a slight spoiler and say probably not. The answer is no. He's just gonna, like, squint at the book and just go, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no clue what this says.
I
Looks
guess
like a bunch of squiggles.
I guess the best way I can or another way I could put it is kind of like the laws of how the afterlife works.
Why would you want to read such a thing?
Kind of, can I just say personal reasons?
I suppose?
Curiosity? I was trapped there for a very long time, and I just wanted to know more of why I was even aware of things while I was there.
Oh. Well, that's weird. I don't remember anything from when I was dead.
You were dead?
Oh, yeah. Fossil Pokemon. Used to be dead.
Slow blink.
This is the same thing that you got told by the Anerthan Old Greenwood. The one who was just living there to be stubborn.
Ah, right. Well, I mean, fair enough. It's just something that I mean, I figured it's not normal to be awake and aware there, and I wanted to know more about why I was.
I will admit, I have not heard of someone being aware of that before. But then again, you are awakened anyway, so weird stuff happens with you guys.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been studying the book to learn that, and there's a few other things that I've learned from it, like, stuff I don't really want to do, like raising undead things. But I do know how to actually restore somebody to life. Not actually undead, just exactly how they were.
Oh. Where did you get this?
One of my companions stole it from one of the Alabaster Gleam. That was the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade stole it from some Alabaster Gleam people and then gave it to you because he thought it would mess with you.
Yeah, I got it from one of my friends who stole it from was the Alabaster Gleam. I think that's how they raised the monsters that kind of tore apart the festival we went to.
Oh. Well, I sincerely hope that you aren't planning on doing something like that.
No. Definitely don't want to kill a bunch of people at all.
Well, okay. Just be careful with that thing.
I'm pretty sure that the book itself is safe.
Well, I can't read a lick of this thing, so I'll take your word for it. Just, be careful.
I
Honestly,
will.
I'd probably say the same thing, regardless if, it gave these kinds of capabilities.
Yeah.
I am going to choose to look at this as I'm very glad that it's in the hands of you instead of the Alabaster Gleam having it.
Definitely good. Yes.
I'm slightly worried that an Amnesiac Awakened has this, but it is far better than those crazies.
I won't be using it for those things. So far, I might use the resurrection thing, but that one's just requires some rather hard to get ingredients, but otherwise it's nothing bad about it.
Well, I guess maybe that does explain maybe a little bit of stuff, because Because I just thought about something. I haven't really heard of anyone as a part of their group actually dying. Do you think maybe they were using that?
Most likely. I mean, they were raising the monsters.
Oh.
There is one thing to note, though. I haven't found anything in here on how to protect against it yet, but there is the ability to just kill somebody with this. There's a ritual in here. And doing a blood sacrifice makes it more accurate. And Jet's going to explain the full details of that, but my brain does not quite remember them all.
Yeah. There is a good few amount of, like, you know, stipulations and details about it. Oh, also, one important note is that if you sacrifice someone as a part of a ritual, the resurrection thing doesn't work on them. After all, they've been sacrificed.
That is good to know. One thought that I was having was that they could just sacrifice one of their people and bring them right back, but that's good to know.
Yep, I figured I'd bring that up now because it does matter. But also, you know, technically speaking, they could just, like, grab someone for it, so... It does at least impose a little bit of restriction on it, though, yeah.
Fair.
And, yeah, no, he's going to, just kind of look at the book. And look back at Jet. Well... Maybe be careful with this sort of stuff in case you ever find yourself in need of doing one of these. That I'm not a lawyer or something, but that might be a crime.
I don't intend to do any of those ones.
Okay, good, because those might actually be crimes. I'm not sure.
I love crime.
There's a reason why Jet is not letting Gabos have the book.
No crime types allowed.
But yeah, still researching it, and did you know anything about this mural?
A little bit. I mean, I've seen it before. I didn't see that new part, actually. But I guess yes, I know some stuff about it. I don't know stuff about all of it. What do you want to know?
I mean, I kind of just want to know everything that you know about it. I don't really need to. It's more I'm very curious about it.
Okay. Well, I suppose I should start out by saying that pretty much all of this is what's a good way of putting it? Pre-shackle? Pre-shackle's a pretty good way of putting it. A lot of this mural is from before we reached out to other worlds and shackled ourselves to them. Most of it. Some of this near the end of it, before the newer section, is about us going and doing that.
Oh, okay.
It includes, well, a decent amount of history of our world. I'm going to say world, even though technically speaking, we've been reduced to a continent. We aren't sure where the other ones went, but we are here, and the other worlds, as far as we're aware, have also been reduced to a single continent. And, well, here's the thing. We were having a problem. A problem with zombies, actually. Which I am now considering that maybe that book might have some to do with it, but I honestly can't be sure, because I'm also not very sure what that does, and if it's the same thing. But anyway, we were having some problems with zombies. And, well, there were a lot of things being tried back then. We tried, just evacuating population centers in favor of trying to, create defensible positions where we could, try and keep the undead out. That worked pretty well, but it also turns out that the moment anyone gets infected inside of a highly population-dense area, that's a very fast recipe for disaster if anything goes wrong. So it was a strategy, but one without any room for failure. So after that, we spread out more, tried just living in small satellite towns around, the big ones, while keeping enough people in the big ones to maintain them. Because here's the other kicker. Ruins are generally formed if there is a structure in which people used to reside and then stopped residing in them and stopped being around them. The reason why, a little bit unclear to me, but it's something about the world trying to reclaim the area for something useful. And that something useful being ruins, because they do actually provide some uses. First of all, it does depend on the type of ruin, because there are different types. Normally, they will have, especially around here, ghost types inside. In other parts of our world, there'll be some other various types not as common. We generally have ghost types. On the other worlds, they have them too, but they might have different types. And, well, the Pokemon inside of ruins can, if left alone long enough, technically speaking, walk out of it. But we went through all of that, tried all of this, and, well, eventually we mostly outlasted the zombies. There are still some areas where they're a very big problem. The problem with that is we fixed the problem mostly after we decided to shackle our world to other worlds. Because the idea was, well, we were having an awful time. And, population was dying out left and right. And so we decided to look for help. The problem is that a bunch of other worlds decided to do the same thing at relatively the same time, which I guess makes sense in the concept of a multiverse. Yeah, you're gonna, I guess, eventually, at any given moment, find a couple of different worlds looking for help. And we kind of ended up merging most of our worlds together. In some facet. Including our issues. So we kind of all agreed to just mostly stay in our own areas, deal with our own things, and then occasionally have, very small population transfers. First of all, in order to see if any of the others could particularly help with any other calamity, apocalypse, whatever you want to call it. Or, failing that, at least help with the cross-contamination. Because zombies, they're bad. But imagine having a zombie hive mind, or a zombie that is busy going through timeline decay, and so starts... Well, timeline decay is very, very strange, but I think you get the picture.
Yeah.
So... basically, we had a big problem. We tried various things to fix it, led to more problems, eventually culminating in our current situation. On the plus side, well, we have kind of all but removed our collective world's ability to deny guests, so every once in a while the things will line up correctly, so that way a section of one of our worlds will be completely open in every single way. Anyone from any world that knows anything about multiversal stuff, or even just has at least something spatial leading up to it, leading up to the event, a little bit afterwards, but especially during. And this is kind of a known phenomenon for some other worlds, and they show up here, and all of our worlds trade, which is nice. The downside is that a lot of the merchants here are here specifically for that, because Starlight is the next area. Which means the entirety of Starlight is probably about to be populated very temporarily. Which comes with its own issues, because it might also result in some more ruins showing up in a bit. Because after all, when an area is no longer populated, what happens?
The world tries to reclaim it.
Yep. So, Starlight, they're busy trying their best to get all of the currently available upper areas of the ruins to be very livable. Because they're going to try and put as many people in those as possible, so that way more ruins don't show up. Because let's say a couple of these people decide to build a new structure because, well, they don't like what's available and they have access to some ground types or a rock type or something, and so they make a little stone shelter. That, if it isn't found and demolished fast enough afterwards, will just become a ruin. And we don't know how to destroy ruins, which means they keep collecting.
Huh.
But the problem is we also can't just fully abandon this area, because there is a shackle nearby. And so we can't leave that unmaintained. Because otherwise the other world's calamities will start bleeding through in this area.
And that would
And it
definitely
will
be
spread.
bad.
So a bit more than the mural alone, but effectively the mural just describes a lot of the lead up to the current situation.
Okay, well, thank you.
It's also why we're telling people to set up tents and haven't been constructing any new areas around here. Pack them in and then have the rest use, like, tents or something.
That makes sense.
It also means it's very strange that this building exists without it having been reclaimed. Maybe because of the mural, or maybe the shard. Oh, we're gonna have to check that.
Yeah, probably. I thought we should have left it there, but they decided it should be brought here. So, they'll be probably bringing it here eventually.
Alright. Well, also, I'm not gonna process any team paperwork stuff about things until you actually talk with them about it.
He nods. Well, is there a library around here?
Oh, yes. Library, couple of bookstores, actually. Library is... well, it doesn't have the... It's not exactly the greatest selection of books, but it is a library and it does have books.
I
Kind
was
of-
mostly hoping someone there might be able to answer questions about this book.
Oh.
If you know
Well, I
somebody
guess there's
better,
worse places to go for that than a library. So, yeah. Just don't expect to find many things that aren't somehow about geology, smithing, various things like that.
understandable. Could you also give me directions to the shackle you said's nearby? I'd kind of like to go take a look at it.
Well, about that. It's in Starlight, and remember the whole armor thing?
He nods.
That's for the person that stands guard on the shackle. I mean, actively stands guard.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be taking it to where the shackle is anyway, so long as you stick around for that job. Because I was going to have you guys on your way back just take the armor with you.
Understood. Well, I thank you for your time. Would you like me to tell them that you've got stuff to deal with in here and tell them to disperse out there, or?
Yeah, sure, just tell them to come back later.
Okay.
They're honestly, even if they leave for the day, they'll just be back tomorrow anyway. After all, we're probably getting some of the last glut of merchants that are going to be coming in pretty soon, so...
Jet will nod and head out then. After taking his mural, of course. And his book.
Alrighty.
Assuming that there's still a line out there, he's just gonna announce, excuse me, the guildmaster has some business to attend to. You're all gonna need to come back tomorrow.
All right. Would you mind giving me a presence check?
Jet's actually got dots in that.
Yep. Soul and presence.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
All right.
Two
there is
cunning.
two cutting. All right. There is a large amount of grumbling, and a couple of them leave. A couple of them stay a little bit longer, just kind of waiting to see if the guildmaster is going to come out, but he's not. So they'll, while still grumbling very heavily, they'll also disperse. There's like one or two that's still gonna like hang around, but
Jet will nod and head off towards the library.
all right. So with that, let's go ahead and cut back over to our other group. I believe we left off with Vector attempting to do some medical checks on Dart.
We exist still.
Yes.
Yes.
Amos is busy up in a tree.
Yes.
Amos has
What's
still
the-
not gotten
what-
out of the tree.
What's the over under on the tree catching on fire?
200%.
Oh.
So, is something you don't want to hear your first responder say to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just playing around with the fire, but all right. But I'm trying to remember. Did I roll for? I don't think I rolled for medicine yet, right?
You did roll to determine how hurt Dart is, but I didn't actually note down the extent of Dart's injuries.
Yep, it's mostly because I cut off just before I actually explained just how hurt Dart is.
Yes. So unless you want me to re-roll for.
Oh, no. I was just more
Okay.
like reestablishing where we were.
Oh yes. Okay. Gotcha.
Argus, you have HUFO'd recently and are still probably dealing with the after effects of HUFO.
And also, I got yelled at by Vector and told to not do anything, so Argus is sitting there pouting as well.
Yep. All right.
Mhm.
So, for Dart's health, first of all, he's not in any particular danger of anything like really bad happening. Like, there's no real signs of like bleeding. There are some signs of like, what's definitely going to be like a pretty nasty bruise. But you can't really determine anything that is overly threatening. The only thing that you are really able to, the only thing you're really able to determine that is actually like a problem and threatening is that Dart did pick up like, a single broken rib from the impact. Which will hurt, and it's probably best if he doesn't, move too much, or at least too quickly. He can still move, it's still fine. It's just, if he has to, like, run around and be very active, that's probably a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, just, like, motley of various, like, minor issues, like, the bruising, a couple of different, like, wood chips from the tree splintering.
But no major like cuts or anything like that.
Yeah, no lacerations or anything.
Okay. All right.
Imagine
So the main problem is just that he has one single broken rib.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember. We were able to kind of get Vector out like kind of a more of a better clearing, right? I just want to make sure because I'm not doing this because I just want to make sure we're not doing this while he's under the tree still.
Wait, when was Vector under the tree?
No, like not Victor under the tree. Dart. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Dart. Sorry. I'm getting confused. But yeah. I just want to make sure like Dart is like out of the tree, right? Like or out under from the tree, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine just Dart's still very like still somewhat dizzy and dazed.
Yeah, sort of what happened is the tree hit him really good and then proceeded to roll and bounce off of him.
Okay, gotcha. I thought it'd be like
it drove Dart into the ground a bit, but it didn't like hit him again and like smash him down. It just did the thing of like drove him into the ground, but because like equal and opposite reaction, and Dart was standing there pretty firmly, sturdily, if in fact, in case you were wondering. It did result in the tree also like bouncing and falling to the side.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So
yeah, so he still got hit with the impact of a whole tree, but it isn't pinning him down.
Gotcha. So Vector's like kind of like slowly kind of like patting around, just trying to make sure like it's like what kind of hurts the most essentially, but like not like pressuring, but just like you know what I mean, just like cautiously like trying to figure out like where is something the more important place to kind of start treatment. And Vector's like, so he's gonna like, okay, don't move too much, Dart. Just and I'm not gonna like try to like where does it hurt the most again?
Just give me a moment. As I have to catch my breath a bit.
No. Stay awake. Vector doesn't know like Vector's like right now just running on the adrenaline right now. It's just like he's like just don't sleep yet. Don't just sleep. I need to know where it hurts the most right now because I need to treat that right away.
Out of curiosity, are you like saying that to Dart face to face?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I was imagining like, he's like kind of on the side, and he's like still kind of like examining like your like like where your injuries are, but it's like kind of like what I mean, like face to face, but like I don't know how to describe it. It's like face to face, but it's also like it's not like looking at towards each other, just kind of like carefully, just kind of like by Dart's side.
Okay, no, the more eye contact is what I was more questioning.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, just need to catch my breath.
So I kind of noticed that it's on the like kind of ribs. It's like I'm just gonna like slowly kind of like have him tilt over just a little bit, just to kind of expose like kind of like see like just check his underside, um, and I just kind of like it's like okay, what about here? As I like gently kind of like push towards like I assume there's like a big bruise there, right?
So it's not like a full bruise yet, but you can tell that like with the skin, well, the skin underneath the fur starting to discolor.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely gonna be one.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Or you can just tell that, okay, yeah, this will be a bruise.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna like start like shuffling through my I'm gonna start like shuffling through my like pouches, and I'm gonna pull out one of the med kits and gonna be like, okay, just it's gonna hurt a little bit. Then it's just gonna like gently apply the kind of like on that area with like with the med kit.
All right. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Medicine check. Same difficulty as well.
This will be difficulty 7.
7 then. Okay, that's what I figured. I'm gonna use logic for this here. So I'm gonna use body and logic here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops. There you go. Come on. Alrighty. Let's see if this works. I will take that.
All right. All right. With a 4, yeah, no, you're able to work on that pretty decently. This is obviously not exactly some sort of like cure-all, but this is some pretty nice first aid. At least for being in the middle of woods with nothing better.
With literally nothing, literally like nothing to in the middle of nowhere. First aid is better than no aid. So I'm kind of doing the best I can here. I assume that based on that as well, I can assume that something is broken as well. Like, can I like try like maybe like be able to like determine if I need to like make a splint or anything like that, or something to kind of like help it up, or like a cast. I don't like with kind of like tools in hand or something.
So in order, so this was for like just kind of like working on the area. Trying to figure out exactly what's wrong would either be medicine or appraisal, but focusing more on like mind, like, okay, I'm going to diagnose what's going on.
Okay, so this is a diagnosing kind of thing.
Yeah, if you want to diagnose exactly what's wrong, that is either going to be another medicine check using mind, or it's going to be mind appraisal. Because, appraise health is a use for appraisal.
So before it wasn't the diagnostics then for the original, but before.
So this would be for figuring out what's wrong, like that isn't readily apparent. Because what's readily apparent is the discoloration of
Okay,
the
so,
area. And you said that you were trying to, like, bind up the area because of that. Because, oh, hey, that's going to be some hellacious bruising.
mhm.
And that's obviously where most of the tree hit was.
Okay, so okay then. So I'll just kind of have in this case then I'll just have Vector just work on that then first, since more or less of like, hey, let's just try to stabilize for now and then
Yeah.
worry about how to travel there later. So yeah, so essentially I'll go ahead and start like applying, you know,
Yeah,
probably like,
mostly because regardless of what's wrong, the kind of like first aid that you said you were doing is never a bad thing to do.
right. Fair. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking about like a lot of things.
That's fine. Yeah,
but
because you were just doing the basics of like first aid to like, oh hey, this area is obviously the affected area. Let's go ahead and like probably remove some of the wood chips, put some bandages on that. Probably just bind up the area to be safe a bit.
Yeah. That's what I was asking, like binding up and everything like that would be
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
pretty much that's what I'm gonna be doing. So, but Vector's gonna kind of like, now that the adrenaline is like slowly kind of dissipating, now that like as he's like assessing and everything, that he's like becoming more focused and more calm now that you know yeah, after seeing his one of his friends like getting crushed by a tree, so so that adrenaline is slowly kind of like wearing away. So he's gonna like start calmly like applying, gently, carefully, just applying everything as well. So yeah.
And now it's time for the mouth to mouth.
Now, Kith.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that would be something that Grim's just leaning on like leaning against a tree and just say that. Just
Oh, 100%.
He totally would if he actually followed you right away. He wanted to enjoy his drink first.
Well, yeah. So it's like, all right, it's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a little bit, but I gotta do this. And he's gonna like, and I assume like in the heal kits, it's like it has like the solve, and all that stuff, right? Like basic, like basic.
Yeah, it's basics.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Like
can assume that for
bandages.
like a med kit, it's gonna be like the basic first aid stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like trying to like remove some of the wood chips and I like start applying some of the some of the mess in there and get some bandages in.
The interesting part that you would be able to figure out like pretty quickly is that like for the salve stuff, it's like oranberry based.
Yeah, very nice. Good to know.
Mostly because it smells heavily of oranberry.
Oranberry is very good to know. Victor will write that down.
Oranberries can be turned into a bevy of medicinal stuff.
Not only just a tasty snack, but also very, very healthy. In more ways than one. But yeah, so I'm just kind of. It's like just kind of breathe like a sigh of relief. Just like, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Just, it's like talking to yourself. Just.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
He's flatlining!
No.
You have really pretty eyes.
In fact, he's just kind of like, he just kind of stares a little bit as it just kind of feels a little stricken by that. Dart, I know. Listen, you're probably seeing stars right now, but just take it easy for now. All right. And Argus, you still there? he just kind of like sighs. And
Argus hasn't moved from the spot since you yelled at him.
Candyfloss
He's
Mango has killed the Marten.
he's sitting there with his claws in his hand or in his lap, just looking down like a child that just got yelled at and is very dejected.
He Vector sighs and he's like, Argus, you still there? Like, I can you help me?
What do you need help with?
Can you help me just kind of get rid of some of the wood chips off of Dart here? And he's like, Vector's like kind of like hesitantly just still applying, the medicine. I'm sorry. Sorry I yelled at you. Just
Okay.
but yeah, I would appreciate your help.
Argus will like slowly walk over and start picking off the wood chips one at a time, very dejectedly.
I'm sorry. Vector kind of sees that, but feels really bad. But he's gonna continue, and then he just kind of looks back at Dart and just be like, it's gonna be okay, Dart. We'll get you feeling better soon. Just lay down there for a little bit. Just need a breather. And then he's like, as he's just like finishing up, like applying the medicine and bandaging it up, he notices something. He just remembers. Wait, where's Amos?
Argus is just going to point with the claw that's not pulling off wood chips. Still not meeting you in the eye either, but he's pointing up at the tree Amos is in.
Oh. I just look up. Like I'm still standing in place next to Dart, just like looking up. Amos, you doing okay?
Amos is in a tree, throwing up off of the tree.
Right.
Oh yeah, he was still after.
Yeah,
he was still hungover.
Still hungover.
I'm sitting here like, why is he throwing up? Oh right, hungover and just got launched.
Just hang tight, okay? Well, after I finish training Dart, I'll get you down.
Amos looks down and go, oh.
Ooh. And I kind of like go back to looking at Dart. And Dart, Dart, you're still looking at me, right? Like, I don't know if you're. I don't know what you're doing right now. But
Yeah, I guess Dart's looking just back and forth at the scene.
Vector kind of like gives a small like head pat to Dart. It's like, it's okay. We'll get you. We'll get you soon. We'll get you soon. Hopefully, we'll get you up soon. Just just take it easy for now. And Vector kind of looks down at the ground and kind of looks back up. He looks at Dart and he's trying not to cry. He's trying not to. It's like I felt like it should have been me, but thank you, Dart. I was just really scared. I just don't want to lose anyone. But thank you.
You and me both.
Victor's like trying to like wipe away a tear before it starts swarming. Like, anyways, I gotta I gotta finish treating you. Okay, just relax. You're not. You don't wanna rush it. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry. he just says that like really softly.
Vector, I hear you. Sorry.
Because I was scared. I was so scared. I just didn't want to lose my friends, and I got angry, and I didn't. I don't like being angry. Nah. Victor's like kind of like after he's like finishing applying the bandage, he's like, I don't know. It just everything happened so fast, and I screamed at my friend. I don't want to be mean. After you're getting better, I'm gonna hug everyone. Heck. But how are you feeling a little? How are you feeling now? Hopefully the medicine is kind of helping.
Is the medicine helping?
Yeah, is the medicine helping?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it still hurts when you breathe in, but you have a broken rib, so that's to be expected. But the overall pain level has definitely diminished.
But yeah, we'll get you on your feet in a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I assume, yeah, but yeah, it's the Vector's like kind of like just shaking his head. It's like trying to like snap back. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go help Amos out of the tree there as well. Hopefully when Amos will stop throwing up, but I'm afraid to.
You take care of it. I'll be fine.
Okay. I give Argus Dart a head pat and
Argus is still slowly pulling off wood chips.
it's just, Argus, you can keep an eye on Dart for me, can you? I'm gonna go get Amos.
Okay.
It just like kind of like slowly. He's gonna like slowly turn, and he's still kind of his ears are kind of down still because he's still feels bad at yelling, but but yeah, he's gonna start making his way over to Amos, and he's gonna try to get Amos out of the tree. Can I just fly to it? Actually, I just realized I could just fly over to Amos.
You could.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start kind of like I could do like kind of like a bit of a hop first, and then like take off.
And he's not fat like Argus, so you can actually carry him.
Bro.
I mean, we'll see. But yeah, alrighty. And like he's like kind of like flying up towards Amos, and still kind of like as if like kind of like he's like 0G jumping because he's not fully confident, but he's like kind of like getting his way up. And then he's like as he's flying up, he's like right on top. He's like gonna be like right on top of Amos. He's like, all right, Amos, you made for this?
Amos looks up at you with like very tired, very dead inside look.
Just so dark. There's like circles under Amos's
Under his
eyes.
eyes, and
It's
he's
just like
his face looks kind of droopy. He's not his fur is all like frizzled.
all right.
He looks scrungly.
The scrungle.
Yeah, scrungly Amos.
Very scrungled. So I guess you ready for this?
No.
Oh, Gonna have to get you down sometime.
I mean, just tell him there's treasure on the ground.
Vector will not lie. Victor, he's a good bean.
Yeah, it's not crime type.
Yeah.
Who just yelled at Argus?
It's okay to yell at Argus because Argus is a crime type.
But Vector's like, oh, well, ready or not, we're gonna have to get you down. And I'll tell you one thing. Probably being on the ground is probably better. It's gonna be much more comfortable than up here.
Okay.
Alright, so Vector sighs. It's alright. Alright, let's get ready. I'm gonna try to pick up Amos. Like,
All right. Go ahead and give me that athletics.
let's go. Say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually.
So,
Okay.
hello everybody. Yeah, there was a little bit of a crash of OBS there. But we are back. I know for those watching the recording on YouTube, I will be putting the previous recording, hopefully, attached to this one. But yeah, if things break on the recording, that's why. But otherwise, yeah, welcome back to Starlight New Dawn. I'd say back up a couple of minutes there to where you're talking to Amos in the tree, Vector.
Yes, and at this point, I'm just kind of like plop. It just kind of like slowly, gently plop, Amos down to the ground, and off the tree we go. Yeah, he's still feeling okay. Hopefully the way down wasn't too bad.
Thank.
Oh, Amos.
Oh boy.
Sorry.
We have fan art.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yep. Bring it up here. And feeding through Discord again. Scrungly Amos from
Oh,
Rychen.
this-
Oh, he's so
Scrungly.
scrungly. He's so scrungly.
Oh,
Oh, my boy.
poor Amos.
He's so scrungly. The scrungles.
Struggles compel you.
Never let me drink again.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Is there like a pond or something? Like, is there like a water source? Do I have to use water?
Storyteller hint, you're a water type.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Can I just use water gun on myself to wash off the water?
Yes, you can do that. That is a capability you have. You are a water type.
I know. Vector's instinctive. Instinctive. He's just instinctive, like water. Wait, hold on, wait a second. I'm a water type. So yeah, he's gonna just kind of like spit out. Like kind of like he's like, oh, it's like oh, not to mention like it's one of those like fountains or whatever. They have like those like lion fountains and they're like spewing water out of their mouth. It's just that, but just pointing down and washing his paws.
You know the best
Have
part
to go.
about using your own water ability? It just automatically dries in a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I wonder if it's a good way to sanitize, but that's gonna be that's a rabbit hole. Well, yeah, he's gonna like after cleaning himself, he's just gonna give a little pat on Amos's back. just, just, just let it all out. Let it all out. But until then, we're gonna have to just kind of, well, I don't know how long it's gonna be until Amos and Dart is gonna come back. It's gonna be backups, but he just kind of sits. He kind of sits. You know, it kind of like slowly like helps Amos up, just kind of like I wouldn't say next to like next to Argus and Dart, but just kind of like near the vicinity, just so we're not too spread out. I'm assuming that we have like a bit of distance, so.
All right.
But yeah, but just like he just kind of sits and he's just like, well, you might as well just take a little bit of a break, or just a 5-minute break maybe. Like he kind of like tries to laugh it off, but he's also still looks at Argus and he's still kind of sad. So
Argus is still slowly picking off the wood chips one at a time.
Argus, I think that's enough. You did good. You did good. I think give Argus a big pat in the head.
Argus will immediately stop pulling off wood chips.
There we go. Yes, let's just. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for a little while, or rather, just kind of. Vector just kind of sighed, big sigh of relief. I got Amos off the tree, and Dart. Hopefully, Dart will start to feel a little bit better. So, I'm just happy that everyone got out of there alive. Also, that I'm still sorry. He's you know, I'm sorry, Argus. I'm sorry.
Argus ducks his head lower.
Wait, I assume that. Oh yeah. So essentially, it's kind of go back to like Dart. It's like, how do you feel right now?
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Hey, Brian, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the raid and sharing your community with us. You guys have come into the middle of Starlight New Dawn Scar. I will be in the chat from here. Carry on.
But yeah, Dart,
Carry
how are
on
you?
my wayward rough.
But yeah, Dart, how are you feeling right now? Do you think you'll be able to move pretty soon, or? And I know no rush, but I'm just wondering how you're feeling right now.
Dart's gonna kind of give a few test stretches of his legs.
All right. With some test stretches, your legs are pretty okay. Still like a little bit sore from helping your body absorb the impact of it, but it's really not that bad. The only thing though is that if you stretch out too much, then you start feeling a sharp twinge in your chest. But so long as you keep it light, it doesn't happen.
Something's definitely wrong, but it should be good.
you think you'll be able to hold it off until we get to be able to get to Starlight? Oh, not Starlight. To Iron Valley.
I think so.
Okay. Alrighty then. What's the time? I mean, Victor's like kind of like looking at the. He's gonna like kind of like judge the. He's gonna like kind of like judge. Is it like I guess judging the light? I guess
It's still morning.
still morning. Okay.
You guys, technically speaking, have probably spent like a good chunk of the morning dealing with this, but it's still definitely.
Okay, so it's not okay. As long as it's not like late, then yeah, that's kind of good. Victor kind of nods. How about you, Amos? How you feeling? I know you're still dealing with that. I know you're still dealing with that.
I'll be all right.
Okay. And Argus, he just again very hesitant. You also feeling you feeling okay to feeling okay as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Victor's like takes a deep breath. Okay, so I guess if it's not too much, then I guess we should probably make our way. We should probably make our way before it gets dark here as well. We should probably get you looked at as well, Dart too. So I can only do so much. I can only do so much here. So sorry, I can't really do much. I didn't do much, but it'll hold. Hopefully, I'm hoping that it'll hold to now.
You've done more than enough.
Vector's still kind of like he's still kind of looks down. But okay, but if you need to stop for anything or something's wrong, just let us know, okay?
Will do.
Okay. Victor's kind of like he's gonna like I don't know. You're still not like I don't. Are you still prone? By the way, I don't know if you're still prone on the ground.
Dartmoor's like starting to try to get up.
Okay. I'm gonna like try to gently. I'm gonna like just like kind of like calmly walk next to Vidar, and he's gonna like try to like lift like help him up with his body weight. So alrighty, well, time to hit the road. Guess the question is, where are we nearby the same road by any chance? Actually, I'm just
Well,
actually kind of wondering now.
As a reminder, you guys weren't. There wasn't a road going into here. You found like some tracks and like some minor like trails things.
Gotcha.
So you guys are mostly just kind of in the woods.
Oh, so
A
there's
good
no,
chunk of a mile away from where you started.
okay, so there's no like it's nothing familiar as well, right? It's just more or less general. We just literally just tossed.
You were
it.
thrown in the general direction of Iron Valley.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the bigger question of where are we? I know towards Iron Valley, but hold on, give me.
On the plus side, it's really easy to tell where you came from, considering that's where the destroyed trees are.
Yeah, so he's like Vector's like gonna like kind of like he's gonna like fly up, and he's gonna like try to see if he can get like like, he's gonna try to see if he can like get a good view on where they need to go, using kind of like the broken trees as like the path that they came from. He's just trying to see if he can see something that can lead down to Iron Valley there.
All right, go ahead and make me a. Well, with how this is, navigation.
Navigation.
You're up in the air though, so go ahead and take -1 difficult. You were looking for 6s.
Yep. There we go. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. I misrolled that.
It was even funnier because I was about to say, all right, this is where they get where you botch and you guys get lost for like the next 3 days in the woods.
I'm like, I was like,
Yeah,
it's like,
Chet's
oh,
definitely going to Starlight at that.
Do you want the chat or not?
I do, but Chet's got no reason to wait.
You have no reason to run off.
He's not running off. He's just, as far as he's concerned, he's not in the team anymore.
Said that.
It was an all big misunderstanding. But yeah, no, he's gonna like, yeah, after kind of flying up, and he's gonna like see like, he's gonna see like, okay, he needs to go this direction. So I did get a full 4 here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So with that, yeah, no, you're able to tell the direction that you're supposed to be going pretty easily. It's not going to be the exact same way that you went previously, but this is a pretty nice straight shot. You're pretty sure, which, cutting diagonally really does save some time as compared to, hiking out an entire day and then cutting and then having to, like, snake through the woods following the terrain inefficiently. This, you could just kind of mostly go in, like, a straight shot, and it's mostly fine. There's, like, a couple hills you'll have to either go over or around, but
Mhm.
you are able to keep your way pretty easily.
Right, like no foreseen like or obvious like obstacle, like major obstacles to worry about essentially.
No.
Okay. So like just like he's gonna like kind of like he's gonna like gently fly down, and he's gonna be like, okay, well, I will hand it to Grim. He very much throw us in the right direction. So it's pretty much a straight shot from here. After we just gotta probably just keep on going, I guess. And hopefully no major difficulties. I didn't see any, but well, one way to find out.
Here's hoping.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, time to ling it. And then he's gonna like probably just at this point he's just gonna get the he's gonna start going as soon as the team is ready to leave. So
Argus is just following in the back slowly.
Vector sees that he's the guilt is heavy. The guilt is heavy for Vector.
How's the hangover puppy holding up?
What was that?
I was asking how the hangover puppy was holding up. The answer is apparently not well.
Not well. Do I have any canteen of water? I don't think I have water. Oh, I know I do. I do have a bottle of water with I think.
Do you have it on your sheet?
I have. Oh yeah, I do have a bottle of water, or essentially recycled a recycled bottle with water in it. I was looking for that. It was like, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that for now, just in case we need we need to hydrate.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, also a lovely reminder for our viewers here that remember to hydrate.
It is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
But yeah.
I like how we could just hear the Adorum talking in the background or something.
I'm sorry. That's just Argus muttering to himself.
Heck,
All right. Well, you guys are just gonna be on your way, right?
yep, pretty much.
Yeah, we're on our way.
All right. Well, you guys are gonna be spending the time there. Jet, you're going to the library.
Yes.
Well, the town is yet again somehow even more crowded than it was before. Luckily, you kind of don't have to care about that now.
He can just phase through people.
Or the more socially accepted option is to float above people's heads.
That is fair. I'm gonna roll to
Maybe-
see. I'm gonna roll to see which one he thinks of doing. 6 or above, he floats above. Okay, he's floating above.
All right, cool. He is not committing a major like social faux pas. All right. Well, Jet, you are able to easily navigate the streets by sheer dint of effectively the streets are empty to your method of travel currently. And
He's
so,
just-
you go ahead.
Yeah, he's just floating along, following the directions he got to the library.
Yep. As you see a veritable sea of Pokemon going through the streets. It is very obvious that Iron Valley should not have this many people in it. But following the directions, you are eventually led to I'd say a 3-story, I believe, here, I'm gonna double check. Yep, okay, so a 3-story stone building. It just has a nice, simple sign hanging out in front of it. It doesn't have any words on it, but it does have a book.
Does it look busy?
It's got some people going in and out of it. It's not nearly as busy as the shops are, though.
Cool. Perfect. He's gonna just float on down and phase through the door.
All right.
Apparently with that sound.
On the inside, you do see a couple of other Pokemon around at either going through various shelves, apparently looking for something at one of the various reading areas. Some, there's some reading areas for everyone of different sizes. And very notably in effectively a circular front desk area is a Xatu.
He is going to float up to the Xatu.
Alright. It takes them a minute, but they will eventually finish with what they're doing, and look over to you and give you a nod. Ah, yes. Hello. What could I do to help you?
Actually, I was hoping for information about a book that I've got, if you might have any, or might be able to direct me to where I might be able to find more.
Well, I can't make any promises, except that I promise to help. Best I can.
Well, thank you. Here's the book. And he's gonna just put it down on the counter.
Alright. The Xatu will frown slightly, not recognizing the book in any way, on an initial thing, and reach out with their wings and go ahead and pull the book towards them. As they, first of all, are going to roll an appraisal. Alright, and this is a new book, so they'll put some nice effort into it. Sold 2 of those ones. Okay, so that leaves it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so with this, they first start off, they don't open up the book to begin with. They actually, pick it up and start to inspect the covers. Front, back, checks the spine, looks around the book in general, trying to note if there's any sort of damage, spills, various things that would, denote anything of, potentially how worn this book is. And upon looking for any of these signs, they look far more interested. I don't see any signs of wear or tear on this book. Well, you said you found this book, right?
I didn't exactly say anything about how I got it. One of my former team members stole it from the Alabaster Gleam. What I've read from it, it's definitely a good thing that it's away from them.
Okay. Well, first off, I don't see any signs of an author on here. There are no real identifying anything on either of the covers. There's no signs of any wear and tear around any of the edges. It doesn't look like it's been eared at all. None of the pages have their corners turned. No stains on it. No signs of even maybe sun bleaching or something. None of it. There's absolutely no damage to this book. The only way that I see books like this is if I order them new and they are still in packaging as I get them.
It's a kind of magical book.
Magical book, you say? Well, I might as well try and see what this magical book has to say.
As Jet accidentally drives this guy insane.
Well, that depends how they roll. Okay.
From the sounds of extra dice being rolled, I'm assuming very well, which could be good or could be bad.
Well, it's extra interesting. Because, what they're going to do is, they're going to recenter the book carefully, put one of their wings on top of it, and, then their eyes are going to flash slightly, and then they're just going to be blinking for a couple of seconds, staring down at the book. Well, that happened. I don't think I've ever experienced that before, actually. Wait, does this mean... Oh. Zatu's gonna look back down, look over at Jen again, and just go, oh, normally, whenever I get a new book, I cheat a little. What I do is I look at myself in the future having read the book. I couldn't do that with this one.
Well, like I said, it is magical and...
Well, yes, but I'm not saying that I couldn't even read the contents of the book in the future. I'm saying I couldn't even look at myself in the future having read the book. Not that I couldn't even... I was able to see the book's contents. I couldn't even see myself. Oh, this is a very special book indeed.
Yeah, kind of not of this world. Not
Well,
supposed to
I've
be
dealt
here.
with a few books that are outside of this world before, but this is special even among that.
Well, do you know anything more about it then?
Well, unless I look through it the slow way. Well, it's definitely magical in some way. It seems like it is entirely impervious to natural wear and tear. Perhaps even just wear and tear in general. I don't know if this book can actually get damaged. Not that I will advocate testing out attempting to harm a book. Do not do that. I'm just pointing out by observation that, well, if this has been around many different people, potentially even people in fights, it isn't damaged or scuffed in any way.
So it's possible,
Besides
it's
that,
impossible to destroy.
that could be the case, yes. In addition to that, let's see. I was incapable of scrying at all in relation to anything relating to the book, even if it's by a degree of separation. Which means that, well, at least the future. I don't actually know about the present. I don't really dabble in that. But it might also make you scrying immune. I'm not sure on that, so don't take that as a complete guarantee. People will definitely have a hard time looking at your future with this, though.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Maple Cinerated my stream with 9 viewers.
Hello there, Maple Cinna. Welcome in. Thank you so much for that raid. You guys have come into the middle of our Starlight New Dawn Scar campaign. This is one of our Pokemon tabletop RPGs that we have on the channel. We've got a lot of different tabletop RPGs. We also have artists that come and join us throughout the week. Tonight we've got Wicked Whiskers here. And we have several other various games that we do here. I really appreciate that raid. Thank you for sharing your community with me. I hope you had a great time. I'm kind of in the scene right now, so I can't do a whole lot in the chat, but thank you so much for sharing your community. I really appreciate it.
But yes, people will definitely have a hard time scrying you in the future if you have this book. Besides anything else about it, I mean, there's not an author written on it. I don't recognize the material it's made out of. In order to get any more information about it, I'd really have to study it.
Absolutely. So, well, I guess first off, can you even read it?
Oh, that's right. I didn't even check that, actually. It's been a very long time since I've actually tried to read a book. Normally I could just cheat and look at myself in the future having read it and then not bother. So, well, let's see. A lot of 10s, a lot of 1s.
Well, while you're rolling that, We are actually playing with our own custom system that we call SCAR, Maple. It stands for Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. We've been working on this system for over 2 years now. There's a link to it. We also have it available on our Discord and on itch.io. Well, no, right? Or at least they shouldn't have ads because the thing on Twitch says that there's no ads running at the moment, so... And they replied, so I think they do hear me. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a system that we've been developing for playing as Pokemon, as Digimon, Monsters from Monster Hunter, many other things. I know Taldarius here really wants to run a Star Wars campaign using the system. Oh, you're fine, Raijin. Mwah. Yeah, it's a D10 based system, D10 dot based system. Definitely worth checking out. I know a lot of people, a lot of our playtesters so far have been really enjoying it. There's definitely still some issues, because we're still working on it, but we do work on it regularly.
Yep. All right. So the Zatu will look down at the book and slowly start actually opening it and flipping through a couple of pages before just kind of like stopping, closing the book, and sliding it back across, and just goes, "Well, I can definitely read it. However, I can actively feel a headache starting to show up from me reading it, so I don't think it's a good idea, because I don't think I'm supposed to get headaches."
Oh. Interesting, because I don't have any issues reading it myself. It kind of just, like, puts the information in my head directly. It's interesting.
That might be the problem then. I don't think that would mesh well with my natural abilities to see slightly into the future. Because I think that means that I'd be looking into the future slightly while trying to read the book, which is trying to give me more information, but my future sight isn't working correctly when it comes to this book. So the answer is yes, I can read it, but I probably shouldn't.
Well, understandable. Have you heard of any other books like this, or come across any similar, or anything like that?
Well, I've definitely come across magical books before. Books from other worlds, things detailing things that really shouldn't probably be written down, actually. But a book like this, no.
Well, that's definitely a relief. There's not good things in there, so hopefully I did get the only copy away from Alabaster Gleam. Yeah. But, well, alright. I guess I'll go, keep looking for more information on it.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Oh, do you have any, books on the afterlife? Or the abyss, as it might be called?
Well, we don't have a dedicated section to it, but I do know a couple of books that broach the topic in various ways, if you want to look at them.
Yes, I would like to, please.
Okay. Well, just go ahead and stay right there for a second. I will be right back.
Jet will do so. He's gonna put away his book for now.
All right. The Zatu will do the glowy eye thing for a second. And then go ahead and immediately walk over to 4 separate shelves, immediately pulling one book off of each of them and returning with them. Turns out that being able to look into the future and seeing exactly where things are is pretty helpful when you're a librarian. Nothing can get lost to you, ever.
Yeah.
And Jet will have 4 additional books plopped down in front of him.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna go and look over these for a bit.
Feel free.
He'll take them over to one of the reading nooks and just start, you know, kind of perusing them, seeing what information is in them.
All right, go ahead and roll that academics.
So many ones.
Yep.
But this is important enough. Jet's going to go ahead and sold 2 of them.
You mean sold one of them?
Apparently. I got one more boost. Okay, it's a 5.
Alrighty. With a 5, these 4 books have one thing in common, which is that they don't actually agree.
Ah, so definitely none that are like first-hand experience or anything like that.
No. Although there are a couple that might be, but it's really hard to tell. Because here's the thing. There are various different interpretations of things that are available before you. Each of them positing their own either temporary experience with things or detailing some sort of religious expectation of things. So one of the books does actually have a first-hand account of someone meeting Yveltal, which is very important because Yveltal is nominally the legendary Pokemon that is in charge of death. The problem is that it's very unsure if they are also in charge of an afterlife, or if they are just in charge of the aspect of dying. So there is a large amount of discussion about that in this very book on whether or not there is actually an afterlife that is headed by Yveltal. Inconclusive, but it does confirm that Yveltal is a real being and does have some amount of power over death.
Well,
Then, go ahead.
Jet now has a new goal.
Yep. The next one actually talks about Giratina and is basically a theoretical treatise on if there is an afterlife, then it would make sense that it would be with the being that is known to actually reside in an alternate dimension. With the thought process being, okay, well, we can't find any real hint of a true afterlife here. But what about with the notoriously exclusive and isolationist Giratina? Because the thing is that, okay, well, if souls in the afterlife have to go somewhere, wouldn't it make sense that they go to this place that we can't really visit? So that one posits that Giratina would actually be in charge of that. Then there's a third book, which goes over the same sort of topic, but actually posits that due to the fact that ghost-type Pokemon exist, that any sort of afterlife you do get is becoming a ghost-type Pokemon, and then that is your afterlife and should be seen as a second chance at life. But besides that, there is no actual true afterlife that is separate from this world. At least one that is in any way accessible to anyone. That souls may in fact still be around in the world, not having turned into ghost types, but they are non-interactable, really. Basically positing that there is no separate afterlife, and you either become a ghost type, or you become a disembodied spirit that will eventually get reabsorbed into the world. In the same way that they point out that it is thought that for ruins, that is the world reclaiming something in order to get use out of it. So much like that, your soul will eventually be reclaimed by the world. The last one posits that virtuous Pokemon will actually be claimed by Arceus and moved to a different and better place once they have expired, and their souls are claimed if they are worthy, and if not, they are sent into a cycle of reincarnation.
Okay.
And those are 4 of the major theories of the status of death and the afterlife. At least with what's available to you right now.
Well, then he'll take those back up to the desk. Do you have anything on Yveltal or Giratina?
Yes, I do. Those would be in the more... Well, I hesitate to call it the religious section, but that's effectively what it's treated as anyway, so... Legendary section? Religious section? People don't normally actually ask after it that much, but those who do are generally some sort of religious person, so they ask for the religious section.
Well,
Anyway, regardless of classification, the answer is yes.
And you've kind of read all of the books here, right?
Oh, yes.
Is there anything about how to meet with Yveltal or Giratina?
Well, let me go ahead and see if the books have anything to say, just to refresh. And their eyes do the thing. And they blink a couple of times and refocus. Okay, well, the answer for both of them is yes. However, how to put this? Oh, wait, actually, I've just remembered something else that does make this very possible. So the thing about Yveltal is that they generally sort of trade places with Xerneas at times, where Xerneas will usually act as, the more life side, protect, all of that. But as Xerneas wanes, Yveltal grows stronger. And the opposite grows true. But, well, the Guildmaster recently, as far as I'm aware, has been diminished, so Yveltal will be in primacy for a while, probably? It's hard to tell, really. Not very clear on that topic, but they're going to be much more active soon, at least temporarily, so
you have a very good chance of being able to meet them. In terms of actually meeting them, well, apparently they're in charge of one of the forbidden areas somewhere. It doesn't actually say where, but it does mention that that is where Yvelta will spend most of their time.
Oh, okay.
As for Giratina, well, that one you more just have to make some sort of a prayer offering or some other thing and hope that you catch its attention. There are places where it's apparently been demonstrated to have higher success rates, though.
Can I look at the books that detail those?
Oh, sure. Wait, do you want all of them, or do you just want one of each?
Mostly I'm just looking for, like, what kind of actual rituals that would be involved on that, and, if so, and also where. Though, if any of them involve sacrifices, no, just skip.
Oh, well, no, none of them detail any sort of live sacrifices or anything. Is that what you meant, or are you against the idea of, like, sacrificing food or valuables or some sort of precious personal thing?
No, those are okay. Just,
Okay.
blood stuff, no.
Yes, none of them involve any of that. So, in that case, yeah, I could get you... I can collate that down to 2 choices of books, although they are rather heavy reads.
I've got time.
All right. And they will go ahead and walk off and grab 2, again, very, very hefty. They're more like tomes. These are obviously old, and judging by what it has on the front covers, quite possibly handwritten.
Thank you. Chet's going to at least attempt to take these over to the reading nook he was in.
You are capable of carrying them. It's just that they are very obviously heavy.
Fair enough. For these, he's going to be specifically looking for the rituals and places and such and making notes of those.
Yep. All right, go ahead and make another academics check. This project will take you like a good little bit to do.
I figured. You know what? I got a willpower. Apparently RNGesus has decided.
Second verse, same as the first, apparently. All right. Well, with that, you're definitely going to be there for a while. So, with the other group, you will be able to make it to town without any sort of incident. And upon, even, getting to more, visible outskirts area, you will notice the same thing that Jet did earlier in the day, which is that somehow this has gotten even more packed with people, and there is effectively a small shanty town of tents being set up on the outskirts of the town.
Well, that's certainly a lot more than when we were here a few days ago.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Might get you. There we go. Can you hear me still? Just want to make sure. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right. I don't think I recognize the tents.
As far as you are aware, no.
Vector kind of looks at Dart concerned. How long have we been away? Do you know? I don't think it was that long.
Turns into another situation like the, yeah, we were only gone for a day to get that gem, but apparently we actually were gone a week.
We were gone for 5 years.
I mean, what? We only rested once, or
It
was
was-
it twice?
It was
I think we only
twice.
rested once. Was it twice?
Because we
I recall the one.
traveled down, rested, and then found them. We kind of set a little ambush sort of thing. I think.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
I guess
you can't
ambush
be-
isn't the right term, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Can we tell based on like, do we see anybody like walking around the tents by any chance, or?
Oh yeah, no, it's the very populated. Like,
As much as I want to, I want to. Can we like? Is there a way to kind of like judge to see if they're like? Do we know if they're merchants or if they're just like if they're people just kind of like? Is there any way that we can like just like based on like what they're doing? And from what we see right now, is there any indication that we can kind of induce?
well, from here, it's really hard to tell it's really hard to tell what people are at a glance unless they're wearing a uniform, of which no one really is. Like, you know, there's some people that are wearing clothes, some people that aren't. None of them really seem to be like color coded or matched or anything.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Phew. As much as I want to, I have to kind of like so concerned. So has a still concerned look on his face. Victor's gonna be like, well, I don't think we ever should. No, I'm actually kind of curious, but still, I would like to have you get to get back to Iron Valley as fast as we can, but it's your call, or rather, it's everyone else's call. I mean, you never know. Maybe they may have a doctor, but I don't know if I really want to take chances here at the current moment with your condition.
Yeah, let's report it into the guild first.
Okay. Alrighty then. We'll probably have to get our answers later then for that, but you know what? I'm okay with that. More or less, let's kind of prioritize on that. But Vector's gonna probably like notice like there's like you know, I assume it's like there's like multiple, like I don't know if it's multiple camps or if it's just like if it's like
It's basically a shanty town.
Shantytown. Gotcha.
Where it's just kind of like sprawling and spread out and like, you know, tents.
Gotcha.
Like there's probably like, you know, when you get close you can probably tell like, okay, yeah, no, these are like effectively like a bunch of like mini camps, but like they're kind of like close together, so it just sort of like meshes.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Right. But yeah, so let's try to let's get you going. The faster we get back to Iron Valley, probably the best as well. As much as my curiosity is I'm very curious on what's going on, but knowing that we're probably heading our way close to Iron Valley, I'm hoping it's I'm hoping that these are just merchants lying around here. Then, yeah, you know who.
One thing at a time.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. But I am still on the urge of caution here. But at this point, are we able to see like are we getting close to Iron Valley at the moment?
Oh yeah,
or-
you're like on the outskirts.
Oh, like literally the outskirts. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
literally
gotcha.
like on the outskirts.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, more importantly, yeah, we are probably, or I don't know if anyone else wants to do anything, but for me, for sure, I definitely wanted to get Dart to the guild and get him looked at as well, for sure.
Argus is being a good, obedient boy and following.
I'm just hoping that Amos and Argus is just holding up, and I'm like turning around. More concerned about. I still feel bad about with Argus, but more or less very concerned on the current state of Amos. Hopefully not. Still not. Well, hopefully, hoping any signs of improvement.
Werny?
Uh-huh. It's someone talking to me.
Yeah. I was just saying, like hopefully your condition with the hangover is improving. Essentially.
He's feeling a little less miserable, but he's still kind of conked out a little bit. He's definitely feeling pretty run down still, but he's not throwing chunks everywhere like he was.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's yeah, definitely. I definitely think we should try to get back as soon as we can. And I agree with that. I agree with that motion for sure. But yeah, Vector is just kind of hoping. Yeah, let's hope that we get there soon. But yeah, he's gonna probably assume we're all probably gonna be going to keep going, right? To the guild. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the guild is more towards the outside of town anyway, at least in terms of its location. So you don't have too much trouble getting to it, although you can tell again, like right away, that this place is packed.
Oh. Okay. Huh. Don't remember it being this packed before last time we left, but kind of I'm gonna probably judge to see I'm more concerned as well that we're not gonna get like stomped or or trampled, hopefully. Like I don't know. I don't know.
You aren't. They're generally pretty
Okay.
they're generally pretty mindful about that sort of stuff. You kind of have to be if technically speaking, you could have an Embor and a Joltik like right next to each other.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
The taller ones are kind of used to watching out for smaller ones.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Just imagining trying to dodge a Joltik is funny.
Yeah. Then again, the smaller ones also generally know how to not be in the way of the larger ones, but it's sort of like, both sides are generally trying to be pretty observant about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was just kind of like judging like how crowded it would be, but if it's not like
Yeah.
that crowded and like
It's
that,
it's like it's pretty crowded. Like I don't want to undersell this. It's just more like a cultural thing where it's like, okay, yeah, they actually do pay attention though.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So just kind of, I'm like kind of just like, excuse me. It's just like kind of like try to see if we can like make our way, just like excuse me, and just like gently try to walk past and try to make room for others to get through. But I'm very much in, you know, very much kind of getting wanting to go back to the guild, and hopefully they'll have a doctor, or there's a guild doctor hopefully at the location.
Well, I mean, Dart's a steel type. Maybe they can, like, forge something on him. Forge a band-aid.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Probably be best if we try to. Well, let's have the experts see what they can do, whether they need to forage or they need to apply medicine. But either way, let's just get back to the guild as soon as we can, so we can get this report in, and hopefully we can get everyone else better. But yeah, so Victor's gonna start to be tapping his way over to the guild hall.
Alrighty.
Right, yeah.
Well, like I said, it'd be a bit it'd be a bit what's the word for it? Crowded. You know, you have to fight through at least a little bit to get there, but there's nothing that's gonna stop you. Maybe just like slow you down a little bit.
Yeah. So he's kind of like, yeah, again. I assume that we're, but it's gonna, we kind of like take our time to get through, we try to, take our time to get there. But yeah, so yeah. And I'm just kind of like opening the doors and be like, where's the guildmaster? We have a report.
Well, there's currently no one at the front desk.
Oh. Sir.
We could go find
Ron's still
Ron.
hiding.
Ron is still hiding.
Go ahead, Argus.
We could go find Ron. We know where the forge is.
Oh
Sure.
yeah. Yeah,
And we know
let's.
that's what he likes to do.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's go. I guess the question is, I guess Dart, do you want to stay and wait here, or do we want I mean, we can probably get him to see if we can try to find Ron, but I don't know.
I'll hold the fort here and just catch my breath.
Okay, yeah, I know, and same thing as well, Amos. If you need to kind of take a breather, I know it's been a rough walk back. But yeah, so but me and Argus though, we will check the forge to see if Ron is there.
Oh. Argus is being told to follow Vector.
Oh wait, no. I'm following. No, I'm following you. You know where the forge. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot to also mention.
There's going to be this very awkward thing of Argus waiting to follow you and you waiting to follow Argus.
I'm like, Argus, do you know where the forge is?
Yeah.
I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering. Can you let's go check it out, okay?
Okay.
But I forgot where it is. You're gonna have to take me there.
With saying that Argus will take the lead, but just slightly. Like, slight lead. Keeping you beside him, but in the lead.
No worries. Hey, I'm following you, so.
Who's following who?
Yes.
Okay, you two are walking side by side.
Side and side.
I,
holding
look,
palms.
I was just going to let it see how long it lasted.
Yeah, just. Wait, we make our way to the park, Joe. We're making our way.
Eventually.
Eventually, in a very awkward manner, but we'll get there.
All right. At the forge, you see Ron. He is definitely there. And I would like you to roll an insight.
Insight. 4, 5, 6.
4,
7. Ready. Oh, hold on.
Welcome to
Oopsies.
the hamlet.
Oh, that is your roll. Where is my roll? Where's my thing? Where are you? Oh, there we go. Ron, is everything okay?
Are you sticking with that 5, by the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that 5.
All right. To both of you, it is clearly obvious that Ron is working very hard at looking busy while doing nothing.
They just kind of look towards Argus and towards back to Ron. Ron, everything okay?
Ron looks like he looks like imagine you see like I don't know if this analogy will work. But imagine you see like an electrician with a pipe wrench. And you like call them out on it. And they're doing like the lean back while looking away slightly, like you just were not saying a damn thing.
Okay. Alright, okay. Ron, hey, we got something to report back to. But
Urgent business, then, I see, yes?
yes.
Urgent business. In that case, let us go to a meeting room to adjourn for urgent business.
Yes. Currently, we
No, meeting room.
Oh, no, okay.
We are going to a meeting room because this is urgent business.
Yup. Yeah, but actually, yeah, it is actually it is actually urgent business actually. Let me just go get the others as well because this is something that we'll need to make sure we get everyone.
I will be in the meeting room.
All right. Okay. I'll.
Ron moves much faster than you think he should be able to in order to get to the meeting room.
Huh. Okay. All right. I guess we're just going to the meeting room. All right. Let's go get the others and let's go to the meeting room.
Okay.
And he's gonna get back and just like go back to the other. I mean, essentially, we're gonna make our way back to the front desk. Well, so Ron wants us to the meeting room. Hopefully, I don't think he specified which one, but
You saw which
But-
one he went into.
oh, okay, gotcha. All right, I was trying to make sure. But yeah, all right. So, yeah, so Ron wants us in the meeting room. Was not expecting Ron to move that quickly, but yeah, I would suppose that we should probably get to the meeting room.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also and I'm gonna. But also, Dart, do you think you'll still be okay as well? I know I'm over worrying, but it just again it looked pretty bad.
We can get checked out in a bit.
Okay. But if anything happens, he's like puts like a little like the fingers in between like the eyes and looking at. It's like, but if anything happens or if you need to go, we're going. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let me help you. Let me at least help you out. We're just gonna help out. Or to kind of help kind of alleviate some of the body weight and kind of support him over to the meeting room. Amos, you okay? Do you still need to get water or anything like that as well?
I'm alright. Some water would be nice, though.
Vector's gonna hold on, give me a second, Dart. He's gonna be like, hey, look, I'll try opening up. I can't reach that pouch. I have a little bit of a hard time, trying to getting it out. There should be a bottle there, that I reused from one of the medicine. There should be some water in it. Just hang in there just a little while there, Amos. And then we can actually get you, all the water you need. But we just need to get this report in.
Says the water type to the fire type.
That sounds like I feel like that could be a thread. Just be like, it's like, well, you could have all the water you need. ready with hydro pump. But yeah, no, I just want to make sure, kind of show where, where it is. And
I must also try to get to the water and take a little small drink.
A little sippy.
Little sippy.
A little
little,
sippy.
just a little sippy.
Try to keep himself hydrated.
A little Mississippi.
Hydrate is good.
Yes. All right. Well, the meeting room is open. Ron is inside.
So, I assume that as we're in the room, it's like, so, we have a bit to report. But I do want to ask first, is everything all right, Ron? Are you okay? Are you doing all right?
I am doing just fine.
I'm just gonna take his word for it. He's a
He
little.
said it in such a convincing way, too.
I mean, if you say so, but yeah. Anyways, right. So we do have a bit of report, and also we also need to say as well, we're kind of missing a team member. They kind of went ahead of us, and
Oh yes, Jet showed up earlier. He mentioned something about not being on the team anymore.
What? I
I hopefully informed him that I will not sign or approve any paperwork officiating as such until you have talked to him.
Well, we were more or less concerned about Jet, but I don't think any of us wanted to kick him out.
As
I mean,
far as I'm concerned, until I have paperwork, this is not something to convince me on, and until you have talked with him, I will not be accepting any paperwork.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I don't think we're going to be signing any paperwork, um, but but most importantly, though, I do want to at least follow up with our reports with the other team member as well, and their current standings, and also regarding what we found in the chapel. Did Jet mention anything about that as well?
Oh yes, he showed me the mural.
Oh, okay, perfect. So this will probably make it easy as well. Um, so yeah, so more or less our main concern as well, and Vector's like pulling out his notes and it's like, well, granted, at the current moment with the mural and having uh uh having the shard here as well, um so we still have several issues at that location. I mean, granted, we still don't know where. Uh, well, more or less, we still have a bunch of young Pokemon there by themselves, and essentially without really much support, minus the current, you know, plus the current team only there at the location. Probably might be something that's discussed. Probably maybe sending more support down to help those at that location, and also well, I know Jet. I don't know what Jet exactly said, but I definitely will say that our current best judgment was to move the shard here. I don't know if it was something that we should have done, but I will say well, with caution, it was probably best. And also that I'm trying to remember actually.
Yeah, like we kind of suspect that the Alabaster Gleam may have been looking for it, considering that the shard was missing in Oran Grove, and that they may have retaliated against the village and destroyed their farming in response, and that, the lack of farming led to the increase of bandit attacks. So, best judgment of move it out its location, because if they couldn't find it the first time, they might try finding it the the second time.
And not really, it can't really give them a reason as well to keep harassing the folks down there if the shard's not there in the first place. Probably we should have probably waited, but we thought it would be best if we act upon it now, and worst case we just put it back. But given with our previous experience with them and how they probably would respond, we thought this was probably the best procedure.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't quite know about having removed the shard, but, well, that's kind of already done.
No, probably, and I don't know if you know this as well, but will it be an issue for us moving the shard as well?
Well, moving it itself, probably not, unless someone was living inside of the radius in which was being covered, but now is no longer being covered. But come to think of it, we weren't really having many weather problems, so it probably had a pretty large range. So moving it from there to here means that they're still probably covered, just maybe less of their area than they are used to.
I was right. Sorry.
No, that's good.
The only thing that I'm really concerned about is we don't really have a safe place to put this right now. Our last set we put in the fountain.
Wait, we don't have any, but there's no like secure location that we could put it in. No, like nothing like that.
Not a very good one, at least. We don't really. Sure, we have a lot of business here, but most of that is handled by the local merchants in terms of, the storing of their own wealth. The town itself, we don't really hold too much here because, well, nominally we're a satellite town. We are effectively an extension of Starlight, and so most of our important stuff goes back to Starlight. Like, our precious gems and such get sent right back there. I mean, of course, we get payment and support for obtaining them. It's effectively a trade, but it's not like we have our own, massive treasury that we have a vault for that we could throw this into. I mean, I suppose we could make one, but that'll take some time.
I mean, it would be a pretty good investment, I would say. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak out of line there, Ron.
No, it's also just that, well, sure, I'm in charge of the guild hall here, but I'm not exactly in charge of the entire town, so I'd have to convince the town to do it, or otherwise set it up inside the guild hall, but that comes with its own set of issues of, well, effectively making it so that way the guild hall is now in charge of certain very important aspects of the town.
Right.
And effectively for everywhere outside of Starlight itself, the guild is supposed to help, support, and effectuate what the towns themselves want.
So essentially a lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Can't we just hide it somewhere?
And politics. The reality of it is that we could probably do it. It's just regardless, it's going to take a lot of paperwork and politics, and both of those mean time. I mean, I could probably just keep it on me in the meantime.
I mean,
Might be safer the less people know.
yeah, that would be, I would agree on that as well. A bit of, albeit not something that I would like, but essentially a level of, discrete information is probably going to help us here. But yeah. Other than that, it looks like Victor's still flipping through his notes here. I know we're probably gonna. I don't know if we're gonna if we need to do anything else with the town over there. I still kind of feel bad just kind of leaving the other team there to kind of handle it, but I know they're more experienced than us, but still. I don't know. I would feel kind of bad just kind of leaving it to them, but I really don't know what else we can do there at that location. Do we need to run any supplies, or or is there anything we need to do? Maybe even try to get, help have, send people over there to make sure they can help them.
Well, what I think is that you shouldn't be worrying about that when you aren't the guildmaster. Don't you have a teammate you're supposed to be catching up to rather than worrying about setting up shifts?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, uh, like there's like kind of, I don't know, blushing a little bit in embarrassment. I don't know. It's just there's just so much right now to think about, and then there's also Jet.
Like I said, you should probably worry about your team more than you should worry about immediately setting up shifts this second.
Fair point. Oh, actually, speaking of, since you actually spoke with Jet, where is Jet? Do you know? Did Jet ever tell you where he is going to be going to?
Well, he wanted to know where the library was.
Well, I guess we should probably go check there then. Um, oh, sorry. Also, he's like kind of like turning towards the others. Is there anything else that you also wanted to also just report as well? Hopefully, I'm not missing anything. It's been a very eventful day.
I mean, outside our whole interactions with Grim and the whole tree falling thing, I think you got it all covered.
Mhm. Oh, actually, does I do need to ask as well. Do you also have? Do you know where the does the guild here have a doctor by any chance, or
Oh, of
anyone
course.
who's
He's in room 5.
room 5? Okay. Probably we should probably take you and Amos over there. I know that Amos will still be okay, but I want to. It wouldn't hurt to have them check have you checked out.
Yeah.
I would recommend going to room 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That I definitely agree with that for sure. Rick just like kind of like nervous. Yeah. So I guess yeah we should probably get going here as well. Dart. But yeah, no, I appreciate everything as well. I appreciate it here as well, Ron. Um, I also wait before I go, or before we go here. One quick thing: is the town starting to get a lot more busier? I don't know if it's just me.
Rod just seems dejected. He has the same look out of that, a mass chain, like market worker does before Black Friday.
Ah, I feel so bad. Vector still doesn't know. I don't think he. I don't. I mean, he knows the market day, but I. I'm going to probably. Vector's going to probably put 2 to 2 together. He's going to mention market day, isn't it?
You're going to get a very slow Bastia Don.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Right. Best of luck. I'm so sorry. It's more or less of I'm so sorry. It's like it's the face of I understand your pain. I understand your pain, and all I can do is just say best of luck. But yeah, let's get you checked with Emo's Dart. Let's get you checked out, and then
You know what? I should be fine to go there on my own. I think guys should probably head to the library to try to meet up with Jet before we lose him again.
alrighty, that sounds
I I don't think I'll be leaving room 5 for a while.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Come on, Amos.
I just imagining just Amos just plopped on the floor, just passed out. Like, heck.
Well, room 5 will be a short scene, so let's go ahead with that one first.
We're sneaking suspicion I'm staying there for a while.
So, Amos, are you accompanying Dart to room 5?
Yeah, I'll come along.
All right. Well, in that case, it's pretty easy to find. The rooms are numbered. And there is room 5. It looks basically the same as all the other rooms, except, well, you know, it's slightly bigger, you guess? The door at least seems bigger.
Dart's gonna open the door with a little bit of grunt to pain and walk on
The
in.
door is not currently unlocked.
Was the door locked?
Yes.
Dart's gonna knock on the door.
At first there is no response. What do you do?
Dart's gonna give like another knock and then kind of a bit of a labored slight cough, just hello.
All right. At this, the massive door opens, rather quickly actually. You kind of like back out of the way, and on the other side is a Poniard, who has the most "how dare you" look on their face as they go, "Do you know what time it is? It's barely evening. How dare you wake me?"
I do apologize. Injuries don't fit into a schedule.
Be injured late at night like everyone else. I look over you, see what injury is.
This is
And,
Boo Boo. Go away.
and the Poniard will, effectively march forward again with the most. He is acting like you have just woke him up at like 5 a.m. And he is going to look over Dart, nod once, and go, "Your injuries have been assessed. You, what's wrong with you?" As he's pointing towards Amos.
I drank too much. Can I just get some water and something? To
I
settle
offer
my
you
stomach?
stronger booze, or I tell you to leave and go to well. What do you take?
Stronger booze.
I give you stronger booze.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
He will walk back in and come out with a bottle of completely clear liquid. He will push it right into Amos's face, and then just kind of like release it.
Amos will take the liquid.
All right. He will then reach over, grab Dart, by like the scruff of his neck, somehow pick him up and start walking inside. I will be healing you now while the other one go gets drunk. I am Dr. Boris. I will be with you today.
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Boris. My name is Dart.
Your name is Patient. I do not care.
Fair enough.
Amos just walks off with his bottle in his mouth.
The door slams shut with finality.
So, seems we've got another slot to fill.
No, who's going to be the vacancy? Amos from More Booze or Dart from Medical Malpractice?
You know, I was about to say, giving
You're right,
Amos
2
more,
slots.
giving Amos more alcohol. So we're making Fireball now, right?
Oh no, he gave Amos moonshine.
Oh no.
He decided, I will either deal with this by giving this dumb dog even stronger booze so he doesn't bother me, or I push him towards a well. Amos has chosen the booze. Good luck, Amos.
Amos is not our brightest dog.
Well, yes, he is. He constantly gets lit on fire and lights things on fire.
Not what I meant.
All right. Well, Vector and Argus. You two were heading towards the library. And them streets are packed.
Oh boy. Oof. Huh. It's kind of weird. I mean, I know that the market was busy, but I didn't realize the whole town would be this busy all of a sudden. I mean, we only been for a few days, right? Right? Maybe.
So, real quick, we do have a new Stream Loots card.
Oh boy, what's the new Streamloots card?
Balance be served.
It's on the screen there.
Ah, nice. True combo has befallen us. Very nice. The true combo. 10 into 1. But yes, continue.
But yeah, so essentially, yeah, so I was kind of, Vector's kind of kind of taking in how busy it is, but he's just kind of focus on library, finding the library. I don't think I've been to the library, I guess.
I haven't either.
Well, probably gonna have to ask someone then. Because all I know is that Jet's in the library, but doesn't really mean much if I don't know where the library, or if either of us knows where the library is. Okay, I'm gonna probably see if I can ask. I'm gonna ask if there's anyone nearby who isn't busy right now or who doesn't look busy. Can I ask them where the library is? Either be guild member or just someone from the nearby area.
You should probably just turn around and go ask a guild member.
Oh, that busy, huh?
You're in front of the guild building now, and the streets are fairly packed, and you realize that you don't know where you're going. What do you think the smart play is here?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I Victor has lost all. Once the adrenaline is gone, it's back to just puppy brain. I mean, like, yeah, like, I guess, like, are we, like, are we still in the building, or are we just, like, left out the building, actually? That's actually...
You have just left the building, gone to the street, and realized you don't know where you're going.
Hold on, give me a second, Argus. He's gonna, like, turn around, he's gonna do, like, a 180, goes back in, and he's gonna just try to find someone who's just, like, who knows where the library is. Like, anyone know where the library is?
You're gonna get very confused. Yeah, it's on the other side of town. Why?
Oh, I didn't know where. I didn't know where the library is, and I'm looking for my team member. Anyways,
Okay. Oh, no, look, just go to the fountain, and then they're gonna give you, like, the rest of the instructions.
Right.
Because, the local custom is effectively, navigation based off of the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of, like, in the middle of
Right,
town,
it's the
on purpose.
center. Mm-hmm.
So you've achieved directions as to where the library is.
Victor is gonna, like, he's, like, just gonna, like, step out as if pretending none of that happened. Alright, I now know where the library is.
Right. Step 1, go to the fountain. Step 2, navigate the
Dude,
rest of the
navigate
fucking way. It'd be even
Just
funnier if the fountain, was... The library is right next to you, and they tell you to go to the fountain anyways. And then you're just going and following directions, and it's like, wait, I just went in a circle.
No, it would be even funnier. Just be like, "Where's the fountain again? Where's the?" Even though we were walked past it. But yeah, the Vector is like, okay, again, just pretending like none of that existed, and trying really hard. Trying really hard not to be embarrassed.
It's okay. Argus won't notice if you're being embarrassing or not.
Vector's like, all right, I know where the library is. Let's go. He's like, it's like that like that face where it's just like you're so embarrassed by it, but like you're trying to put like a straight face of like pretending of like that doesn't exist. That's right now, Vector. Right now, just we're going to the library. Don't ask. Don't ask if I didn't know that it didn't happen. He got this. Yeah, he got this. He doesn't got this. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we're gonna make our way to the library.
All right. Well, you guys are mostly just going to get bogged down by the fact you actually have to, like, push through the people on the streets in order to make it there. It is an exercise in frustration, but it's not stopping you from getting there.
Argus is instead the one pushed around.
No, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, right. Oh my gosh.
Argus is too fat to fly.
But by the way, Rajan is right. That has been the part that I've been thinking about this entire time, which makes it funnier.
Pretty much.
You want to try and pick up Argus? That's difficulty 8.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Difficulty 28. He's gained a pound or two from depression eating.
No. The weight of the guilt and the weight of Argus together.
But yeah, no. Again, this is literally just like an exercise in frustration. You are still able to make progress and make it there. It's just like you have had to deal with insane levels of crowd.
Gotcha. I'm just kind of like, excuse me, we're getting through. We have to just squeeze it through. It's like trying to shuffle through the crowd. Like what I expected market day, I wasn't expecting it to be this busy. But then again, though, I don't think Vector has seen a group hasn't seen this a crowd like this before. So yeah, it'd be heckin' busy. But yeah, we're essentially just kind of like, weaving through the crowd.
Argus is following as best he can.
I'm just imagining just like Argus is like holding on Vector's tail as like just so we don't get separated.
Argus is too scared to hold your tail.
No, it's okay. You can hold my tail. You can hold my tail. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to lose you in a crowd.
Argus fades away in the crowd.
No.
So Jet's going to finish his studying and head off for Starlight before they even get to the library.
Oh no.
Wooed.
I mean, is it rude if he doesn't have any idea that you guys are even going?
Yes.
It just becomes of that goose chase of essentially everyone is trying to catch up to each other, but everyone is just moving everywhere at the same time. But yeah.
But I did say you'd make it there.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
I was just saying you're going to be buffeted around by crowds while you go.
Gotcha.
Like,
I did. I just didn't know if there was anything else there. So
no, it's literally just congratulations. You've had to deal with a bunch of crowds, and this was annoying.
Da 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 da.
Do a little victory dance. All right, but yeah, we'll get to the library, and we're just kind of like slowly opening the door and just like poking our heads in, seeing if there's see if it's like. I guess the question is how busy the library is. Is the library itself busy?
It's fairly busy. Like, it's got some people going in and out. It's not nearly as busy as the streets are, though.
Okay. Well, Vector kind of like sighs in relief. Like, oh, at least we didn't have to deal. Luckily, the library isn't going to be as packed as outside. But like Vector's kind of like he's gonna look around. He's gonna get to the front. Like, I assume there's like a front desk, right? Like there's a front desk near the entrance, right?
Yep.
Okay, so just kind of like, do I see anyone over at the counter or?
There is Zatu.
Oh, and Vector's like kind of like walking towards the front counter. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, but we're looking for a particular Pokemon here.
And who are you looking for?
Oh, their name is Jet. They're one of our team members. I know they kind of went ahead of us, and we're just trying to catch up to them here. Do you know? The guild told us that they would be here. Have you seen anyone named, or have you seen anyone named Jet here?
Jet did
Should be
not
very-
introduce himself by name.
Yeah, he did introduce himself by name.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, I thought.
No, he
Oh,
didn't.
okay. Sorry.
Oh no, I mean
Well,
I'm
Vector
good with
doesn't
you.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vector
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, I didn't know. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Okay, now the librarian will just go, well, people tend to not really introduce themselves to me.
Oh.
Perhaps a physical description.
Oh. I think they were wearing like a scarf. They should have like a badge, and he's gonna like point his badge. Like, it should have this badge.
You should really start with what Pokemon they are.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I promise.
The rockruff with the electric ghost type.
Hey, could you guys keep it down? It's a library. You're supposed to be quiet.
Never mind, we found him.
Yeah.
Suppose you did.
God, that was perfect.
Oh my
I couldn't help it.
Or no, you, Zib, and Orb, you just played into each other perfectly. That was great. Sweetheart, thank you for that setup. That was amazing.
You're welcome. Listen, it's been a very awkward day for Vector, alright? It's been a very awkward day. He's trying his best.
You two, you found your query.
Oh,
We will go to the loud rockruff yelling at us for being loud. Or at least Argus will, and he thinks Vector's following him.
yes, yeah,
he
no
doesn't
worries.
know because he's been avoiding looking at Vector.
No, oh my gosh.
Sorry?
Do I need to roll for emotional damage?
If you want, you can always roll for your own emotional damage.
This is just a joke roll, by the way. I'm just doing it as a joke roll here.
All tens.
Can one die from emotional damage?
We're
If
about to
your
find
name
out.
is Padme, then yes.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. I'm just gonna roll 1d.
That was a good one.
I'm just gonna roll a 1d10 here. Okay, so 6. But yeah, the Vector is gonna follow Argus. Adios is just gonna say sorry for being so loud, but I think we found them. He's gonna like quietly just sneak away. Just awkward, just burying his face like in awkward, just like embarrassment, just like oh, pull it together, Vector. Pull it together.
Well, you're going to find Jet looking over 2 very large books and a large, a lot of scribbles on his notepad, just mumbling to himself. Geez, it's like people don't understand that a library is where you're supposed to be quiet so others can read and study and actually learn something. The nerve of some people.
We hear that? Are we close enough to hear that?
I don't really think he's being that quiet.
Quiet enough it won't be heard from too far away from him, but that's what you're hearing when you approach.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, he's not, like, mumbling under his breath. This is more of, like, angry self-mumble.
Right. No, that's what I just want to make sure. So it's more or less. Yeah, but I'm sure your friends are very concerned about you. Vector's just kind of like pop up to the next next to Jet.
waiting for the pen to drop.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, right. Probably here to give me my share for that final job we did together.
Yeah, I heard that you were actually you were able to get to round first actually, which is very nice actually. We were able to at least get that delivered. But yeah, but we were concerned about you.
I like how both sides of this are just assuming the other one actually officially turned it in and got paid.
Yeah, we got the mission done, but you kind of waited for us. We were worried about you.
We haven't gotten paid yet. Also, Argus is going to tug on Vector's tail a bit. He said final.
Wait, what? Final?
He said final job.
Oh, right. So we want to at least talk to you about that, because I know probably things got heated back in the village there.
I mean, I wasn't heated.
Well, I know. Well, okay, maybe that's not really the right word, but either way,
Dart
most
made it
importantly,
pretty clear that he didn't want anything to do with me and the book and such.
yes, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't care about you. I'm sure, and all of us are just concerned about each other. I mean, just yeah, Victor's just kind of give a little bit of a sigh. Like I think it's just more or less, you know, like Dart. Oh my gosh, I'm getting all the puppies mixed up now.
Well, I am fine. I made it here safely. Probably gonna go to Starlight after this. I've got some things I want to look into.
But at least you could have at least waited for us, though.
I did. I waited, let you know where he went, and then went my own way.
But
Jetta is looking very confused.
you left without us.
Because we're not a team.
All right, we're gonna probably have to talk with this with the rest of the team here. I think you're misunderstanding what Dart is saying.
I'm not
Let's-
certain how he could be more clear about not wanting anything to do with this stuff.
This is like, okay, so before you, okay, so just Victor's like you're still part of the team. We're just concerned about you in the book, but let's before you start going off by yourself and assuming that you're not part of the team, can we at least talk about it with the rest of the group?
I mean, I guess so, but it's pretty telling that Dart didn't come with you. With this
Dart-
many merchants in town, I'm sure Amos probably gave you the slip to go steal something from someone.
Dart got
No,
yeah.
that's my fault. I kind of dropped a tree on him.
Yeah, he's in the.
You dropped a tree on Amos?
No,
On
Amos
Dart.
got stuck in a
it
tree.
does-
A tree got dropped on Dart.
Yeah, Dart and Amos went to the doctor.
You hit both of them with a tree?
No, Amos is still hungover, but Dart was hurt pretty bad.
Oh,
I don't. Like, pretty bad.
I see.
As Vector is saying, pretty bad and really bad over and over. Each time, Argus's head gets a little lower and lower and lower.
I see that. I see that, Argus. Don't like. We'll talk about this after, Argus. Don't. I'm so sorry about that, Argus. It was just a bit of the heat of the moment. All right. It's
Well,
okay.
it does make sense. I mean, crime type and all.
At that point, Argus is tearing up.
No, don't. Just no. It's okay. It's okay, Argus. It's fine. It was the heat of the moment. All right. You know, it's okay. It's okay. All right. It was a mistake. It's okay. It was just a mistake. But now we
He is
know.
also tearing up. Just
It's no. Oh my gosh.
So, I hope he's okay and recovers well. I guess, if you guys didn't turn in the job, I'll be by later to, do that with you and sign whatever paperwork is needed for the team stuff. And
We're not going to sign any paperwork. We're going to first talk this out before we do any of that. But most importantly, right now, let's just be all together. I don't know what happened exactly between you and Dart happened. But to me, you're still part of the team. You're always going to be part of the team. I thought I was already going to lose. I thought I was going to lose someone. I don't want to lose another person. So please just hear us out at least.
all right.
Okay. Well, I don't know how long now Victor's like now kind of like thinking I don't know how long it's gonna probably take for him to be in the with the doctor, but just like kind of thinking what to do. Well, I suppose. I guess the question is there anything particular that you're doing right now, actually?
Yes, I'm looking into how to, summon, well, their name is Giratina. They're one of the legendaries, apparently, and, they might rule over the Abyss. But nobody really seems certain on where exactly he, resides. But, these books have, information on summoning him. Before you go off like Dart did, there's no blood sacrifices or anything. I already made sure.
No, it's something else. It's just I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just. Victor's just kind of just worried. You can see his worried face. It's like I don't want this team to be split. I don't know. I don't. I mean, like, if you're researching this, it must mean a lot to you. And again, it's probably best if we talk about this with everyone as well, just to kind of get everyone to the same page. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm worried about Dart. I don't know I don't know what Amos is doing right now. And I just, I don't know. But yeah, more or less, Victor's like, he's like sitting down. He's like he's like kind of like putting his head on his head. It's like, I just want I just want us to be able to be together. Ah. It's been a day. But I guess the question is, do you think that you could bring your research over to probably either in the guild hall or maybe to our, I don't know, to our rooms as well, maybe? Probably just so we can actually have a place to kind of all meet up together.
I don't really have a library card or anything, but I guess I could ask.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they were kind of nice. Vector's still kind of embarrassed about so embarrassed about the early encounter, but let's ask. Yeah, let's ask. I think that would be a good idea. I'm sorry to kind of take you away from your study place here as well, Jet, but I really do. I really do miss the team being together.
I mean, I didn't really have a say on that.
Well, whatever happened between you and Dart, let's just talk about it. Now that we have everything a little bit off our shoulders, let's probably group up together and talk about this, because it's probably a healthy way to do this too. And I don't fully understand. I will be honest, I don't really fully understand the book that you are trying to study for, but if it means that much importance to you, then I think we should probably talk about it with the group, and maybe even try to get everyone to the same page, because it feels like we've been in very much different pages here.
Very well. And he's gonna pop out of the booth and go over to the librarian.
All right, well, the librarian is there.
So can I borrow those books for a bit?
Yes, but just be warned, if I don't get them back, well, actually, I guess my normal threats don't work with you. Huh.
Your normal threats?
Oh, normally I just threaten that if someone doesn't bring back their books, I'll just read the future, figure out where they're at, and then go there and recollect the books. With you, I guess I can't technically do that.
Oh, that's true. But,
Victor just kind of pokes. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say Victor pokes his head. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll make sure he returns the books."
Yes, I will return them before I leave the town. I think I'm almost done with them anyways, but they apparently want me to go to the guild hall, so...
Well, in that case, I don't particularly think it'll be a problem, but
Just
yeah, sure, go ahead.
Just in case anything happens, because we've had lots of weirdness happen, I will make sure at the very least they're left at the guild hall for you.
Well, that'll be the first place I check then.
Thank you. And he'll go gather up the books, his notes, and everything, and start floating towards the front door and through it. Phasing through it, of course.
Yes.
Now that he has this ability, he will use it.
So, so I guess the question is, does the book also phase through, or is it just that
Does the book just
does the
clatter
book, yeah,
against
does
it and
the
fall to the
book just get
ground?
stuck? Just get stuck. It's just plopped against the door, just
No, the book
floating.
goes with him.
Oh, okay. It would have been funny actually though if it was just the book just kind of gets stuck at the door. But yeah, the Vector will, he will follow and make sure that we are all going to the place. So,
And Jet will float over the crowd, back towards the guild hall.
Vector's gonna stick out his tail to Argus, doing the same strat.
Argus is okay ignoring it.
Alright, so back at the guild hall. Jet will be...
Especially after what you said. Sorry.
Jet will just be waiting inside for you two to get back, or arrive.
All right. Well, I guess the important question right now is, Amos, what are you doing? Is the Amos still present?
I think the Amos
Is-
passed out drunk.
I guess he's passed out drunk, yeah.
Very, very excited. Very excited with the.
Another successful treatment by Dr. Boris.
What if Amos drank it thinking it was water? Because it
Oh,
was
no,
clear,
he was-
it was a clear, but you said it was a clear liquid, right?
Well, yeah, but Boris told him specifically it was booze.
Yeah, he did tell him specifically it was booze.
Oh, okay.
He was doing the whole, I either give you stronger booze or I make you go to well. Choose. And he's just like, give me booze. And then he went into his room and brought that out.
Fair enough.
Alright, so where do you want to meet then?
Huh.
I
mean, I
suppose there's a
suppose-
meeting room over there.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we can take the meeting room if it's not too busy.
Jet will nod and go over and phase through the door and start setting up his books again to go back to his notes.
All right. Honestly, looking at the time, this might be the best place to end it.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Because we kind of are at the upper limit time thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, it is late.
Yeah, it is.
Another
It is.
week
We,
without
we
getting
did
that
legitimately run
conversation.
all the way. What'd you say?
Another week without the conversation.
To be fair, you've already had conversation part 1. You could have conversation part 2 next week.
Conversation part 1 just left him very confused.
Well, yeah, but conversation part 1 was with Vector.
Ah,
What?
true.
I thought it was... for the in the library, yeah.
Conversation part 1 was Vector. Of course, it left Jet confused.
Vector is ADHD on puppy type. in all the best ways.
He has Suzumi's.
At any given second, Vector goes from normal puppy to those videos of dogs jumping at the hose water.
No, I don't know those.
Really?
I've never seen that.
Well, anyways, if we are going to call it here, thank you everybody for joining us today for Starlight New Dawn Scar, as well as this Heart Marten stream. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, picking up packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or subscribing to us on Stream Loots as well as YouTube. But for now, thank you so much for joining everyone, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
They're all cute.
Bye.